Hi guys, this is Creative Graphics. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to create a karaoke flyer. So let's go to Photoshop and see what we got. So in this flyer, I'm going to use the square shape. So 1080 by 1080. So white background, RGB, 18-bit, and create. So let's try to create our background. So in a karaoke, the club flyers that usually performed in the night. So we want to create something that correlates with such performance. So we are going to create a dark background first. Dark background. Dark background. So I'm going to create something dark like this. Okay. Let me use this code. So something like this. So I'm going to import some background I downloaded online. So we're going to blend these backgrounds together. I'm going to drag so that it will fill. So I'm going to share this background also for practice. So make sure it's at the center. So we're going to change this to, we're going to blur this a little. Go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, it's too blur, so we use 1.8. So I think this is okay, because we want some details on this background to reflect on the flyers. So change it to soft light. Soft light. So it's a night performance, so it has to be dark. So I'll bring another one again. So blend it together. So you ensure this one is at the top. Ensure it's at the top, is also filling the background. So ensure it's at the center. So you mask it because I was going to delete some area. You mask it. Going to delete some areas. So you click on eraser tools and you increase it, reduce the hardness. Let's increase it like 700. This is fine. So you click the white mask and you erase some areas. Erase some areas so that it will blend with the previous background. So I think this is fine. So this blending option, this one you blur it to. Blurs. Gaussian blur 1.8. So I think this is fine. So you change the blend mode to screen. So I think this two is fine. So let's change this color. I'm going to change the color to black and white. Go to this place, hue and saturation. Change this to -100. I think this is fine. So this is fine. So -100. So we're going to add a gradient now. Gradient to this. So gradient gold. We are going to use black here. 100. Transparency to 100. This area we're going to use F38904. So at the center to 50. At the center, we're going to change it to 290001. So this one is like, this gradient is simply explained as this is burnt, this is burnt, this is orange, and this is dark, so a variation between the two. So we change the blend mode to, let's see a suitable blend mode. So change the blend mode to screen and drag it down a little. Don't want so much this thing. And reduce the opacity to 82. So I think this is fine. So another thing, we're going to add texture to it. So we just texture filling. So if you're okay with this, you can go ahead or you can leave it. So but I'm going to add texture to it. So go to pattern. So I'm going to select a texture. This texture was saved, I saved it on my phone. So it's a noise. You can create it yourself, or I will share it. I will try and share it. So it's a noise. So I'm going to add a noise to it. So I'm going to change it to soft to light. You can see the effect. You can see the effect, but it's too much. I'll reduce it to, let's reduce it to, SS 68. I think this is fine. This is fine. It's fine. So let's begin to import our elements now. The first thing is I will import this microphone. Yeah, this is a symbol of the karaoke itself. So I'm going to place it by the side. So I'm going to place it like this. By the side, I'll reduce it a little. I think this is fine. It's fine. So let's begin to add some other elements. So the title of the event is Karaoke Night. So I'm going to use this 3D banner on my designs just to make it captivating. So I'm also going to share this for your use. So I'm going to use this too. I'm really going to use the text and the shape. Text and the shape. So I'm going to bring it in. So I will reduce the size. And reduce the size. I think this is fine. So I'll ensure this is at the top. It's sitting by the side. So the event says karaoke night. So karaoke, I'm going to type karaoke. So this font, I'm going to use a font called Desire. Okay. You can use any font of your choice, but I love this Desire font. So I'm going to change the drop shadow. The distance is okay. So I'm going to select the color for this. I'm going to pick color from this microphone, a dark color from this microphone. Okay, this is fine. So going to adjust the shadow. Adjust it like this. This is fine. Okay, I'm going to duplicate it. Ctrl J. Ctrl J. type 9th. So the 9th, I'm going to adjust it to the height of this karaoke. Bring it to the edge. Ninth. So I'm going to bring it to the edge of this 9th. So I'll make sure the two is at the center. I'll bring it back here. So let me change the color of this just to black. Okay, it's fine. So I'm going to add some glyph to this karaoke because this font comes with a lot of beautiful glyphs. So I'm going to change this. Let me just change this R. And this is fine. So let me change the N too. They have some beautiful glyphs. And I'm going to do something like this. Okay. So the drop shadow, let me use white. As you reflect. Maybe something like white. Okay, that's fine. So distance 4, 18, 0. Opacity 63. So you can as well copy this. Just right click, copy, paste. So I think this is fine. This is fine. You can reduce so that it won't be too obvious. So you can reduce the size a little. Okay. So I want to reduce the luminosity of this yellow color in this box. So we use our hue and saturation. Hue and saturation. So you click this and click this area you are looking at. You reduce. You create a clipping mask and you reduce or you increase. Okay. Let me try the other parts. To reduce the luminosity. Yellow. Okay, I think this is fine. Okay, it's fine. Can duplicate it. Create a clipping mask. Into the yellow. Reduce it. Okay, this is fine. So I don't want the yellow to be too excess on the flyer. That's why I reduce it. Okay, this is fine. So let's add something like this. Ctrl J. So event dates 25th November /time Let's say the event is starting around 8 p.m. 8 p.m. So I'm going to reverse it now. I'm going to use black color here. The top and the draw shadow will be black. So reduce size. Reduce the size. And reduce the size. Place it somewhere around here. Because the event is taking place on the 9th. Okay, reduce the size and reduce the draw shadow too. I'll make it visible. Okay, this is perfect. Okay, so let's add other things. So for example, alright, presents I'm going to use a font called Nexa. So reduce the size. Reduce the size. And bring it over here. Present, increase the tracking. Let's use the bold one. Change the color to black. And reduce the size. Let's make it 6. So the sure is at the center. So at the center. Okay, this is fine. So let's import. Let's type other things. Type other things like okay. So this is a template. It's not an actual event. So you can just put something like. So let's use this font. Ctrl J. Place it here. Club logo here. I'm trying to place the club logo here. So you delete the drop shadow, clear it, and place it somewhere around there. Let's reduce the size of it. So this one is fine. It's fine. So you can decide to reduce the luminosity of this background that is shining here, or you can leave it so that you make things visible. You can reduce it and raise it. Okay, I think this is fine. And raise it so that anything that is coming up here, you'll be able to see it. So another thing is, let's add some details, like something like this: music policy. This is usually associated with anything club. So I'm going to use my ruler to this side. So I'm going to use this as guide. I'm going to use what's called agency. 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 So I'm going to choose a color from this place. This place. Okay. I don't want it to reflect so much. So I'm going to use some funny names, but it's not related because it's not an actual event. So let's use something like DJ Photoshop. Shop and DJ Coral Drop. Like I said, this is not an actual event, so you can decide to use your own name. DJ. So to make this place different, you make it white so as to create a variation. Change it to, you can choose the bold, select all, and use the tracking. I think this is fine. This is fine. So you can separate it with this divider. Give this white. Let's reduce it to 2. So I think this is fine. So ensure it's at the back of this hand. Let's still reduce it to 2. So I think this is okay. So another thing is host. So let's something like graphic designer. Ctrl J again, divide. Let me check. I think this is too heavy. Maybe this is better. This is better. So I'll just do something like this. Since the upper is 8, I'll reduce the heading to like 6. This heading to 6. And let me choose a lighter color. Copy it. And I'll bring it to this one too. I'll paste it. I think this is okay. So I'll take it close. So another thing is, you can decide to bring the name of the club here. So type something like this. So, yeah. So this one will be white and a different font. Let's choose Nessa. It's not too heavy. So you can decide to write the name of the address of the club. I'm just going to type something like this. So it's a dummy text. A dummy text. Dummy text. So you can decide to write the name of the. Let's choose a tiny one. That's to give us that contrast. And decide to reduce the light, bring it down a little. So I'm getting somewhere. So let's add a little bit of lightning to this handle, to this microphone. So I downloaded something called Spark. So I bring it top of this. Top of this. I have to change it to screen. The screen. So we have to remove something from this. So I'll select. That's a white background. I want to remove this white background. So I'll remove the white background now. And that's smart object. I'll bring it back here. I'll delete the previous one. So I'll now change it to screen. I'll delete some parts that I don't want. In this part, I don't want it. So clear guide. So these are our karaoke flyer. So you can go ahead to color balance it. Color balance and improve the red. Let's check highlight. Okay, I think this is okay. So this is our typical karaoke club flyer. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Thank you.